So the first thing that when approaching day zero, you'll have shedding, water shedding. So what is currently happening in Grahamstown, Easter Township area, will be more severe, because day zero in Grahamstown will mean the west and the local dam supplies should run out. So that means I'll have to augment from this the eastern supply system, and that will mean shutting down water, switching off valves in the east for 2 days so that the water can run through and pump it up to the western reservoirs, then filling those up for 2 days, then letting that run through into the western side of town, then switching it off in the west. So you'll have 2 days water in the one side of town, 2 days in the off time the reservoirs will be filling up on either side. So that augmentation will happen. The municipality's got a water tanker, a few water tankers, 10,000 litres, drive that around, give people water at designated points, filling up street tanks that are around. Those that are lucky enough to have vehicles will drive to the local spring, which has got a slow but steady supply of water, so you will have massive queues at the spring to get a little bit of water. And then those that are even more fortunate will drill boreholes, or have already tapped into boreholes in town. Grahamstown's got quite a decent supply of good groundwater. All the west, it's kind of, if you can cut the town in half, the southern half of town is under is an aquifer that's got very clean water, high quality water, but a bit of a slow recharge rate, so you only be able to pump at a slow rate. And then on the northern side of town, a little bit deeper, it's a little bit saltier but very high, not necessarily potable. It has to be treated to be potable, but salty. I suppose before they do the shedding, what they are doing already is throttling, so they'll kind of restrict the flow going through into town, so your taps will just run a bit slower. What it actually means is that because the town is in a bowl, where the people at the bottom have high pressure, because you can imagine that water load in a pipe, it will be gushing out the bottom. The people high up will just run out of water, and then those down at the bottom will often always have water. And there's always this talk about day zero, and it's people don't believe it anymore because it just never comes, and it gets pushed in the month. It's like, oh, day zero was 30 days ago, what happened? And it might not be a useful term. Maybe as colleagues of ours at the Environmental Learning Research Centre, they coined the term kind of by accident, I think. It was a slip of the tongue, about day one. So rather a more positive spin, and saying like, now we need to start building capacity. Let's have this being the first day of really starting conversations and dialogue about water. Let's use this concept of water scarcity to build processes of learning and use it as a generative concept, because that's the only way we're going to really build resilience to survive droughts in the future.